Hi everyone. I had a really wonderful experience that we had a really great really personal question happen in our group. And so I want to take a time to actually experience with you this question of feeling like you're too old. And it's really emotional for me because this is really personal for me as well. So I quit my job when I was 38. Now, the question that came in the group is from someone who totally relates that she has children and she's in her 40s, and I am now 41, and I quit my day job when I was 38, and I have this really great memory of when my grandfather one time listened to me playing the piano. And this is the quintessential thing that you always hear as a musician. So I had this grandfather who's listening to me play, and he said, "That was really nice." I'm like, "Oh, well, thank you." And then he says under his breath, "Just don't quit your day job." And he said that in a way to protect me. I totally understood. But it got really personal. It's a voice that a lot of us hear, that it's too late. It's too late for you. You're too old. You're not able to do the things that you're not there yet. You're not able to just start a career in your late 30s and 40s. So that's one of the messages that a lot of us get. And what happens, the problem with that is that it continues to affect our relationships. It's going to affect our relationship with our work. And so we go in there disgruntled and frustrated, and we have resentment. And whether you as a parent agree with this or not, there is a very real thing that happens when you start resenting your children, because they're the ones that are taking all of your time and energy, and you love them like crazy, but you feel resentful that your dreams aren't being actualized. And it gets so personal. It gets so personal, and then you start having guilt that you aren't loving your children 100% all the time because you are actually feeling resentful. And then it actually streams even more. You go to that place of wanting to escape. And so let's say that you go to watch a movie. I'm just telling you examples from my own life. You go to watch a movie, and I'm watching on the screen these actors who are living their dream, and I feel jealous of them living their dream. And here I am. I missed my window. I missed my chance. So not even my escapism of trying to escape from the problem worked. And it continues on, and that resentment and that guilt and that jealousy, it just piles on. And I'm letting you know that it's not okay. It's not okay that you don't feel free. Now, there are a lot of complications around that because all of these relationships are really important. And one of the most important parts about this question is really, really personal, is that this problem isn't going away, because whether you and I like it or not, we're going to continue to get older. So after this conversation, tomorrow you're older, and in 6 months you're older, and in a year you're older. So the problem stays. It's not magically going away. It's here to stay. And so something has to change right now. There has to be action step right now. Now, the thing is, as much as you and I understand this as a problem, there actually is a solution. And it's not to just quit being a parent, and it's not to just quit your job today and not have any kind of plan. It starts today with one question. And if any of you are feeling like you're too old and it's too late for you to start your career, this is the one place that you get to start with me right now. First, we take a breath, because it's an amazing thing how everything feels clear, at least grounded in a new space with a breath. The question I want you to ask yourself, and the same one that I've got to ask myself, is who am I listening to? Who do you listen to? I gave the example of my grandfather. My grandfather loves me like crazy. And he was the one that says, "Don't quit your day job," doing that in much care. And he wasn't the only voice. There's all of the people in all of the world who are scared for me if I start getting too risky, or if I start getting too brave in some place that they don't understand. So the first question is, who do you listen to? And I'll give you an example of the opposite, of the contrast of that. As soon as you start to listen to someone who actually inspires you, it only takes one model of one singer who started their career in her 40s to all of a sudden change the way that you're thinking. Maybe I can too. One person. And then you start to recognize that there's a new spirit inside of you. Maybe I can. And then the next example of someone who started their career in their 40s or in their 50s. You just need one. And so now you have two if you listen to two. And I'm another one for you. I started my career at 38. Now you might be older than that, but actually we're going to go to that as well. Because you can make that an excuse. Oh, well, you know, I'm 55, so it doesn't apply to me. But listen to this. This is the next step. The first one is to ask yourself, who do I listen to? And when you do that, I would actually even ask you to consider the people who aren't saying to you one thing. If they're not saying to you, this is your time and this is your life. If they're not saying that, then go ahead and just put those relationships on pause. Don't unfriend anyone, but just put their voices on pause for the next 7 days. So this feels really accessible for you to give yourself permission to have a new thought and listen to new people. Just make an opening. So put those relationships on pause just a little bit, so that you can open up and say, okay, I'm seeking people who will share with me one thing, that this is my time. This is my time. The next thing to consider, no matter what age you are, and I say this with such reverence, is that you have given so much time to acknowledge the human inside of you. The human inside of you is really connected to time and age and all of the limitations that we are experiencing as divinity in a human body. You've given that ample amounts of time, and I know that because this is the fear that you have, that it's too late for you. So go ahead and honor everything that you've learned from the human inside of you, because what we want to do is bring that human and connect it with the inner voice and that inner whisper. And we're going to create a partnership with the human and that indwelling intelligence inside of you. Now, people call that all sorts of things. They call that God and universe, but I'm actually particularly interested in connecting to the musician in you. And that's that little seed inside of you that keeps whispering, you are a musician. You are a musician. And I know that that continues to whisper because you're here. No matter what age you are, you're here. And that whisper has not gone away because that's the eternal indwelling intelligence inside of you. So what you're doing is you're going to be creating a partnership with the human and that indwelling intelligence inside of you, that you are a musician. And when you're there in that space and you trust that place, it's the perfect time, no matter what age you are. And you don't have to be any other person's life. You're only living yours, and it's the perfect time because everything you've done up until this point in your time frame of being a human has led you here, and you're embracing this moment. And this is your time. This group has been committed and dedicated and in a sacred container that I'm holding for you to know that it's your time, and to have that question of who do you listen to immerse you in voices of this is your time. So if you deserve to put some of those other voices on hold just for a little bit, this is one of your openings right here. Now, this video is just one little bit of your support today. And if you know that you actually are so tired of having that replay of I'm too old and it's too late for me, if you're so sick and tired of that, then you deserve more support, and you can reach out and private message me. I can share with you what I offer people. Now, what I offer is not for everyone because I don't work with people one-on-one until they're done with excuses. I don't do excuses. So if you know that the next step for you is to be completely done and to write a new story, then reach out to me and private message me and we'll get you there. Until then, I am so looking forward to you embracing your birthright, embracing your indwelling intelligence and your human, and to be really careful and mindful of who you are listening to. And this is who you're listening to today. So well done and congratulations, because you just created an opening for me to allow myself to believe in you, to actually have that voice be heard inside of your heart, that you have someone who believes in you. I'm passionate about this and I love this group. We just started this week. It's so amazing. You're here on purpose. Congratulations for being here, and we will see each other on the next video. Lots of love to you all.